Hello everyone, welcome to another recap video with Dee. I am reviewing Ladies Who List Atlanta episodes 7 and 8. So let's get right into it. Last episode 6 left off with the ladies at the ranch, Tiana, Tiffany, Robin and Kiana. And Robin was discussing with Tiffany if she would, be open to reaching out to Crystal, having a conversation with Crystal, and somehow the conversation turned into Robin saying something about women without children, not understanding women with children, and Kiana got a little bit upset. Robin was very she was kind of harsh in this situation. Like Tiffany said, when you're in a room full of women of childbearing age and, I guess discussing this particular topic, you have to have a certain decorum. Robin did not have that. She was not sympathetic at all. She did not show any empathy at all. Then Robin turned it into an issue of Kiana having issues with women who look better than her or can outperform her. And let me tell you, I've been living long enough to know that when a woman expresses how she thinks another woman is intimidated by other women or mentioning looks and achievements, that's the woman we need to watch. Or at least that's the woman I tend to keep an eye on. The situation got really out of control, honestly. The Tiana and Kiana, I really don't know how it started or why they started going back and forth, but I do want to point out the elephant in the room. This might be a mosquito, though. I don't understand why Tiana would say to Kiana, or what warranted her to say it, saying, "You're not my type." That in itself speaks volumes to me. I'm not really sure what her thought process was. Maybe she accidentally said it, but whatever. Moving on. These ladies, I can see that they have woman intuition, because they all hinted at whether or not Kiana was having a personal issue or if the conversation touched her the wrong way. So they were well aware of how they were moving. They knew exactly, what the issue was, and all of them said that they've known her for years. So I'm sure they knew exactly what was wrong. Now, I do like how Kiana was able to recognize that she may have been projecting her feelings onto them. And I also love the fact that the ladies were able to come together, have a drink, and finish this whole situation off with a laugh, although it did get a little out of control. I do want to take note of how this show is showing more of these ladies handling business. Although they're having issues, they are, at the end of the day, they're coming together and they're handling business. Unlike another show centered around real estate, whom shall remain nameless, they were more concerned about sleeping with the clients and flirting with them and drama, and they couldn't work together at all. Like I said, they shall remain nameless. But on this particular show, I'm noticing how they are really handling business. Like they are really getting down to the nitty gritty of this real estate. I do still think that there is a narrative with this particular show. And it's giving me black women mental health problems, no resolve. But that's just my speculation. Moving on. Crystal and Tiffany finally had a sit down, which definitely needed to happen because Crystal was in the dark about why Tiffany had an issue with her. She really didn't understand what was going on. So I think that Tiffany, as a real woman, and you have an issue with something someone did, something someone said, you tell that person and you give them a chance to correct it. But with Tiffany, like I always say, she needs a story. She was the most boring one on the show. Anyway, I'm glad they were able to finally sit down to get some type of understanding, although it didn't come to any resolve. I honestly don't think these two are compatible. They should just, put things back where they were, where it's just, they're in a room together and they just, hey, hi, bye, keep it moving. I don't like how Crystal walked off from the table. Classless. I don't like that. Now, I also don't like how Tiffany was acting like she was on the phone when Tiana came outside to sit at the table with her. And now this is what I don't like about these shows. The fakeness, the scripted. I don't like that. But it is what it is. Whatever. Moving on. Now we're going back to the poly party. Robin decided to go to this poly party with Crystal, and she's one hell of a good friend because, honey, if it was me, I would have had to tell Crystal, listen, baby, I'll be there in spirit. No, sorry, I won't make it. Now, I also like how Robin was open to asking questions and hearing them out, getting an explanation, and they really opened up my mind to understanding this whole community. That there were things that I had in my mind after the last episode that I was still wrong. Now, I want to cover the part where they explained how there's still jealousy and heartbreak and heartache in this community. That was enough for me, because I just think that what's the point? The way they explained how they are, hell, everybody at the table was sleeping with each other. How can there be jealousy? How can there be heartache? I don't get it. Don't get me wrong. I'm not judging. I'm not judging at all. I'm not that person. I'm open to some things myself, but I can't do the poly many of us relationship, because some of us got to go. It just ain't gonna work for me. I think that I could definitely be friends with all these people, whatever, but I think this poly party is the part that really confuses me, because it didn't seem like, oh, let's all come together, let's have some chips and dip and have some drinks. It's more, it looks like a recruitment. It looks like they're just looking for more people to sleep with. And honestly, I don't know. All I can think about was STDs. That is all I could think about. And I understand that STDs go around with everybody. It can happen with heterosexual couples. It don't matter. It doesn't matter. But in this particular situation, the probability is much higher. And like I said, I could be friends with you if that's what you into, but I damn sure ain't finna put my cup down next to you. I don't want you to accidentally take a sip. Now, I just love how Robin asked, she asked, do we eat the barbecue? Do we eat each other? Is it a threesome? How does this crisscross thing work? And listen, I commend Robin, because throughout this entire show, she has always asked the right questions. Always. Now, let's touch on how the ex-boyfriend of Crystal, his response to Crystal having a new man, and how Crystal said that he's very territorial. Now, when we, any discussion that I'm a part of, and I hear things like this, where the man wants to go out, he wants to do this, he wants to have his cake and eat it too, but he don't even want to cut a slice for his spouse or his significant other. he doesn't want her to date other men, but he wants to be able to date other women. That for me is jealousy. That for me is insecurity, honestly. I always think that. I always feel like that is an insecure man. That's an insecure man. You're open about the fact that you want to be able to date other women and still be in a relationship, but you really are not open to her dating other people. What the hell was the point of this poly party then? I don't get it. That's why the poly many of us relationships are just not for me. Moving on, like I said, I really enjoyed this scene, honestly, because I did learn a lot. And I do love learning. I love researching things. I did learn a lot in this particular episode, in this scene, because I had no idea. Now let's move on to the fact that after this poly scene, Crystal was having an event. Robin showed up in a whole different look. Now, throughout the whole show, we ain't seen Robin looking like this. I speculate that one of them folks at the poly party must have gave Robin a little, one of them did, or two, or three, maybe many. It is, it is what it is. Now, I do want to say I love how the show ended with Crystal giving out awards and the ladies discussing their different goals and what they have planned in the near future. All the ladies are beautiful. They all got some issues they need to work out. I will say that if there is a season 2, I will not be watching nor reviewing unless someone makes a request. This show was a trigger for me. That's exactly what it was. It was stirring up my emotions, and for no good reason, honestly. It was just all petty nonsense. So I'm pretty much done with this show. I will be doing the reunion recap, but after that I'm moving on to the next show. The reunion airs tonight. I will be posting a reaction video probably tomorrow morning or tomorrow afternoon. And so you guys just be on the lookout for that. So that's my review on Ladies Who List Atlanta. Thank you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe. Thank you. See you in the next video.